these fans have shown out for the clash we have ahead of us. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Miami, Ohio RedHawks, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The RedHawks offense will take the field first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. To the air, it's Finn. Here's a hit. And the defense makes it play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
And the RedHawks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He'll keep it himself. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Brunson. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And how nice is it, David, on 3rd down to have a viable option running routes out of your backfield? That's why this running back is so valuable to this offense.
Yeah, and what matchup do I want to play? I want to play matchups where I have the advantage. I got a speed matchup of a linebacker versus a running back. Nice route, looking like he's going outside, cuts it in. Nice timing and rhythm with the quarterback. Nice 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Perry. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
The RedHawks will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Fresno State's offense will go to work for the first time today. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Looking to the big tight end. Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man all by himself. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10. Rides to back and leaves it. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll do it himself. Jukes his way for more. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, this is a quarterback who has outstanding running ability, and he's hoping the defense is going to give him an opportunity to tuck this football and get upfield, but there was nothing there. You saw him that time. Hold on to it, hold, hoping someone on defense was going to get out of position, but nobody did. Really nice job by the defense that time, playing assignment football against the option, and everybody staying home.
Finds his big tight end. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big 3rd down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
Dropping back, it's Warner. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Fresno State! Quick strike through the air for the score. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back looking for help. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Miami, Ohio has it back. The RedHawks offense heads to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Tracy. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
And the RedHawks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Caught in the backfield, it's Tracy. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
3rd down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Looking to pass, it's Finn. Grabbed over the middle, it's Reynolds. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion, whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long, you're going to get the ball back, go get some water and celebrate.
Punt is on its way. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Now on 1st down from the 43. Grab behind the line. It's Freeman. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Well, it's a nice job tackling on defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that 3rd down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass, it's Finn. Bears the pressure. Pulls it in. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
The RedHawks have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Takes a handoff. It's Brunson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They'll leave it with him. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Release to the back. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Punt is on its way. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Warner. A little screen to the running back. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And the Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the grab. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And as a defense, that's why you want to avoid 3rd and short moving forward. It's really hard to defend that slant. That's a bang-bang play. The offense knows they can execute in their sleep. Defense will have to do better early in the drive moving forward.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
That's the end of the period. Fresno State has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First play of the period will be a second down. He's got it on the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on third down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. Looking to throw, it's Warner. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Oh, my gosh. How do you drop that throw? My guy is wide open. That had 6 written all over it.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. He slides that just inside the right upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, we'll see what this RedHawks offense can get done this time. They really need to find a way to generate. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Perry. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
I love the job by the receiver there on the curl route against zone coverage because he finds the soft spot, but he also does a nice job coming back to the football, and it's not easy. When your quarterback's got a cannon like this guy does, and he's throwing a bullet at you, there's a lot of guys that would be hesitant and they would want to wait for the ball. Not this guy. He went and attacked it and secured the catch.
Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Quarterback on the keeper.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
To the air, it's Finn. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Looking for more room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
What an interception. He's dangerous because not only can he catch the ball and pluck it out of the air, but he's hard to bring down, too. This is a guy that I think can play offense for a lot of programs around the country, and he showed you his open field running there.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Bringing the heat. Fires on the move. Connection to the right. And fired the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a man, it's Warner. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Here comes the heat. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Smashes it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Reynolds. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And the RedHawks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Finn. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got an open man. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
The RedHawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Using the quick game.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
And the RedHawks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gonna look downfield again. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Complete to the left. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The RedHawks are moving quickly down the field. Gonna run it. It's Brunson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. It's Finn. Under fire. Got a man. It's Reynolds. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the RedHawks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Brunson. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The RedHawks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Back to throw. It's Finn. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
This has been the unending drive. It has gone on forever. It has chewed clock, but now it faces the throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's complete on the right side. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
A strike downfield. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Looking for a man, it's Warner. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And man, is that perfect perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job at getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. An 84-yard drive there. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he was going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these curl routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
Caught near the sticks. It's Brunson. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking downfield, it's Finn. Caught in the backfield, it's Brunson.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Just keep slinging it. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Pocket breaking down. Pulls it in. It's Weaver. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's sacked. He'll lose a couple on that one as he tried to get back to the line of scrimmage.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. These offensive...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
This quarterback is getting frustrated, and you can see it now, right? They've had some possessions, but they only have a field goal to show for it. He's now starting to take shots. That time, that was not the right look to throw it way down the field here at the end of the first half. But the defense loves this because right now, this quarterback is playing right into their hands.
And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Close to the marker, it's Freeman. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Back to throw, it's Warner. Gets it out fast. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And the slot receiver makes it easy on his quarterback. Did you see how he found the soft spot, the wide open space? That was easy for his quarterback to complete that throw.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack, throw the ball away. Now, listen, we can debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it. So, you know what? Nice throwaway, QB.
Wants to throw on third. Quickly complete. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Wants to go up top on first down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Brings up second down.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going to swing it on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Bully ball on third and short. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific scene there today in Fresno. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Valley Children's Stadium.
And the RedHawks will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. He'll keep it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Leaves it with the back. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Fresno State will have to punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the returner will be dragged down. Miami, Ohio has it back. The RedHawks offense heads to the field. Back to pass, it's Finn. Quickly complete. At the 45, on his way. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. The give to the tailback. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Reynolds. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Catch in the middle. It's Weaver. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
The RedHawks have their offense in high gear. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the 3rd quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put them in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
Off play action. Makes the grab. There he goes. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now, and they may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Back's going for the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, RedHawks! Great example of how a 2nd half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. 1st half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
Right down the middle. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Past the first down marker and still running. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Got it behind the line. It's Freeman. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Warner. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Got his man. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Warner. Gets it to him on the screen. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Surging forward on the sneak.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Reynolds. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we'll see what this RedHawks offense can get done this time. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab deep. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Miami. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Dropping back, it's Finn. It's caught. The 2-pointer is good, and now we have a 1-possession game. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. 1 play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. It's a draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
They go to the ground. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Fresno State will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the RedHawks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Scanning the field, it's Finn. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Weaver. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They're dealing with a second and long. Here's the handoff. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Third down coming.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Couldn't find a man, just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
You just love to see that from the quarterback. I know it's a big third down, and more than anything, you want to throw a completion, keep your offense on the field, but when the defense wins and nobody's open, you got to just tip your hat, throw it away. Now a big decision coming up on fourth down.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Pressure coming. They get to him, and boy, did this defense need that. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To throw, it's Warner. He's got it. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Leaves it with the running back. Nice move to pick up yardage. All down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
Really nice run there. You've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the third quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he is looking really good.
They'll ride the hot hand.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Using his feet. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
The scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Bringing it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Miami, Ohio has it back. The RedHawks offense heads to the field. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Gets the back moving. Looking downfield, it's Finn. Look out, he's got room. Turning it on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
To the air on second down. Finds the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
And you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making them use the clock, give them the underneath stuff. And again, when they drive the football down the field, I just can't give up touchdowns. Field goal at this point is not going to hurt my defense.
Got the tight end outside. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
But the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The RedHawks come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun to give, looking for room. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Finn. Rushes on him. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. Flips it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that 3rd down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free. But the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
And the RedHawks will punt this one away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Power football with the run. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Back to throw, it's Warner. Punts it out of the air. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Running back searching for a hole. And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And, man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
Fresno State will have to punt. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Guys, we'll see what this RedHawks offense can get done this time. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
2nd down coming up. To the air, it's Finn. Got it set up on the outside. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
got his man in the middle. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
They just keep firing. Fires to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The RedHawks look to keep this drive humming. They'll try to get outside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for a loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you...
Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
And the RedHawks with the 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Finn. Working that left side now. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll do it himself. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now and flashing that on the option play? There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, RedHawks! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. He's looking to throw. Here's a hit. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Fresno State 29, Miami, Ohio 24.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this lead.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll run it from the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Warner. Floats it out in space. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Anderson. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Give to the running back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Freeman. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable rate, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 3rd down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. Quarterback on the keeper. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down.
Man, interesting play call on 3rd and long. I think we're thinking pass and which matchup do they try to exploit, and they try to sneak a run in there, and the play's fine. I mean, they run the option very unsuccessfully, small gain, and now we got 4th down.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He splits the uprights.
Well, that's a huge kick right there, because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Back to pass, it's Finn. Makes the grab, it's Weaver. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The RedHawks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Tracy. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
To the air on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grab behind the line. It's Brunson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I think on offense here in a 2-minute situation, down a possession, you got to think about taking shots down the field. The quick game, these screens, bubbles, swings, that's not going to work here.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. He wants a big play here late. And that pass is caught at the 25. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
And that's good enough for 1st down.
And the RedHawks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Finn. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And, man, that was an almost opportunity for this defense that you thought he might could get the pick, but I like the way they drop back, they play the pass, they break on the football, and they make sure that the receiver can't make a play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
What a big play here as they try to tie it up with the 2 in the waning moments. He's looking to throw. He makes the grab for the 2, and he ties the game here in the 4th. They march 78 yards down the field, and they've tied it up in the final minute with the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. Well, guys...